So if you're just joining me, hi Kennedy. It's my first time. I'm doing live Instagram and live on YouTube. So we will see how that is going to work out this morning. Good morning. This is our Move the Needle accountability session. So this is my first time going live on the Instagram here. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Move the Needle, our 30-day goal challenge. This is our accountability session for Saturday. We'll be starting in a couple minutes at 6:30. I am also live on Instagram, so you'll see me kind of use my time between both. So make sure you have your books ready, your Move the Needle, make sure you have it filled in. And then if you have questions, this is your time to ask questions. Why, thank you. All right, you guys, we're going to get started in exactly 1 minute. I'll be right back. All right, you guys, out here in California, it's a little cold out here. I got my heated blanket. If you are on YouTube, you're able to see my slides. If you're on Instagram, I guess you're just able to see me and hear me. But as we enter in this last, 60 days, maybe 45 days of the year of 2024, you want to look at your goals that you have set for yourself and see where you are. So with our 1 year accountability group, we set our goals up in December. But now if you new year, new you, it's almost the new year is almost over. So if you have your Move the Needle, we're doing 5 things. Well, let me not get ahead of myself. Let me go ahead with these slides. All right, so let's go with good morning, everybody on Instagram. This is my first time trying to do Instagram. We're doing a content challenge. This is my first time doing Instagram, second time doing Instagram live ever, and then doing it at the same time I'm doing another accountability. So, hey, trying to work it out. So for those of you who are on my YouTube live, I am Coach Sheree Vejan. I'm the author of Move the Needle, Shift from Volume to Value in 30 Days. I'm also the published author of over 13 books now. I got to change this number from 11. Co-founder of the Goal Setters Club, which is a coaching organization that specializes in goal setting, plan implementation, and purpose attainment. My new book is coming out, The Ultimate Goals Handbook. You'll be able to read my story. It's called Anne's Daughter, to see why I'm so passionate about goal setting and why goal setting actually saved my life and continues to save my life. And so my goal is to help others reach their goals and try to give you that support and resources. People will call me and say, you may not have the answer, but I know you can get the answer. So I am that person. I try to be that person as much as I can, or try to connect you with a book, a resource that will help you reach your goals, because I believe we all have purpose. We are here for a purpose. And if I can help you with that, I believe that is my lifelong goal here. I'm also a certified coach, trainer, speaker with the John C. Maxwell team, mom of 3 adult grown children, grandmother. And so it's safe to say you're in the right place. I got a little bit of experience here. And so with our first, welcome. I do have some notes here. So if this is your first time watching live or you're catching the replay, I'm glad you're here. Today we're going to dive into what makes the Move the Needle challenge so unique. and impactful. So this is one of the most simplest yet challenging challenges that I've ever done. So most of my accountability sessions or challenges are a lot longer. Some are like 1 year. So like my 1 year success program, in December, we write our goals out. So this December, we'll write our goals out for the whole year for 2025. We'll write out our 1 year, our 5 year, our 10 year. We'll write out our one main goal in 12 categories. And then throughout the year, we focus on one per month, and we create our weekly, monthly, and yearly routines. And so our 1 year program is a 1 year program. We're literally all year working on those goals and checking in. Then I'm a part of ACEs, which is like a 12-week program, 12-week accountability. So it was 4 goals, but we have 3 goals that we focus on in a 12-year week. And then we have like a weekly or every other day tactics that we work on. The Move the Needle challenge is you have 5 daily activities that you do every single day, the same ones for 30 days. You have 5 daily activities that you do for your business every day for 30 days that will help move the needle for you. So as someone who's a part of 6 accountability groups, I'm a part of 6 accountability groups, and they all have their own system, and they all have their way of keeping you accountable. And that could get overwhelming, but it should not be. Accountability shouldn't be overwhelming. It should be an extra step, an extra push to what you're already doing. In my opinion, at the end of the day, you have to be accountable to reach the goals that you set for yourself. And accountability partners and accountability groups should be there to help support you, should be there maybe if you have some extra questions, should be there for an extra resource. Maybe you find someone who's working on the same goal as you. And but you shouldn't be overwhelmed. So again, let's see. So Move the Needle is like cutting through the noise and focusing on what truly matters every single day. And so it's been really, really, really through this time. So every year I've been publishing my 2024 goals journal. This is the last year. Last year was the last year for the 2024. Now it has a new name. It's its own book now. It's the Ultimate Goals Journal. But every year for the last 13 years, I have released this book. And every year, November and December, October, I get super dehydrated every year. So one of my Move the Needle goals is to drink water. And you would say, well, I shouldn't have to remind myself to drink water, but I'm dehydrated now. And why? Because I usually drink a lot of coffee, iced coffee, any kind of espresso coffee, because I'm trying to stay awake. I'm trying to finish the project. I'm trying to market. I'm trying to get my website together. And so I get into this mode where I'm trying to stay awake, and I'm drinking everything but water. And so for me, my Move the Needle items are drink my green smoothie, because sometimes I forget to eat. You know, when we have these big, as business owners, some of us are business owners, when we have these big projects and we have these, let me get myself back on camera here. When we have these big projects and we have these new things that are coming up, we have to make room, and we have to make sure we expect the change that we're trying to see. And so I know if I'm going to be spending 10 more hours, or I added somebody else to, so my daughter's going to be helping me with some content. So that's a new thing. That's a new dynamic. That's a new meeting. It's going to be new work. I can't just add that new work to my calendar and not add anything else new. Like, am I going to get up earlier? Am I going to stay up later? Am I going to cut something else out? Am I going to eat different? And so for my Move the Needle is drink green smoothie with kale, do my detailed face routine because I need to make sure my face is good for these meetings, which I'm still behind that. Taking my vitamins and my herbal supplements, making sure I have the energy that I need, and then drinking my water and praying. I need to pray different. You know, I pray every day. I pray all day. I need God all day. But the goals that I'm asking for, the things that I'm inviting into my life, I have some different competition. And so I got to pray different. And I got to pray in a different space. That's how I feel. And so my Move the Needle items for November is going to look different in December. Maybe the way it's going, it might be the same ones. So let's see. So here's what I recommend for the Move the Needle Challenge. You want to pick 5 personal things that you know is going to move the needle for you this month. Not next month, not January, not sometime in the year, but you know if you did these 5 things every single day between now and the end of November, it's going to change your life. It's going to change the game for you. What 5 business activities can you do every single day? So my business ones are blogging. If I blog every day, one of the things too for my accountability group for ACEs is to monetize my YouTube channel. So in order to monetize my YouTube channel, I probably should do a video every day, or I should probably do a live video every day. So this helps me to do a live video every day, creating that content. And then as I do my blog, maybe post a link to the YouTube video to get people to watch more of the videos. And so let's see, my daily story on Instagram, and then I have a post list. My post list is crazy. And so I have if I do 20% of that post list, that will change my life. So I'm just going to go through what's already in your book. If you are getting started for the first time, you want to download your starting material. So you want to get the booklet. You can get it from Amazon. It's only like $6.99. It's a little booklet. You keep it in your purse. You can keep it, you can keep it in your backpack. And it's real small and simple that you can keep with you. Watch the intro video. There's an intro video that breaks down how to use the book. Set your focus for the next 30 days. We're not switching up activities. You're not saying, oh, well, last week. You want to really intentionally think about those activities, and you want to do those same activities for 30 days. And then step 4, you want to just join me every week. If you have questions, I'm here. If you want to watch the replay. And then here's the flow. Document the change you want to see. I have an identify worksheet that you guys have access to. I'm going to make sure I put that in the free download, because I created a free download last night for you guys. I'm going to add the identify to that. Let's see, let me write myself a note. So there's going to be an identify where you write down the specific areas you want to see improvement. And then based on that, you want to create the daily activities that you need to do to get to that. Okay, so document the change you want to see. Choose 3 to 5 daily activities to drive that change. Track your daily activities for the next 30 days, which you can do inside your booklet. You have a way to track. At the end of the 30 days, you want to celebrate. At the end of the 30 days, there is a section that says month-end reflection. It's a simple page, but it's so powerful because you want to look at that page and say, hey, in the beginning of the month, I felt this. I didn't have energy. I felt weak. But at the end of the 30 days, as I stayed hydrated, as I drank my smoothie, as I had my vitamins, as I took my walk, I feel energized. Because you want to go back and read those reflections. You want to go back and see what it is you need to change. Or you can say, hey, I drank this water, I had this smoothie, I didn't feel nothing. I was still tired. So maybe there's something else that you need to do. Maybe that's not the activity for you. Maybe you just need to go to sleep. Maybe it's not more water, maybe it's not more smoothie, maybe you need to go to bed. And so maybe your next activities for December is like go to bed at 8 o'clock. So you want to reflect on your month at the end of 30 days. You want to review your achievements, what worked, what didn't work. And then you want to repeat. Rinse and repeat. If you need to do those same activities, go and do those same activities the next month. If you need to change them up, then you want to do that. So by following that roadmap, you should be successful. There's a quote, success is achieved not by doing everything, but by doing the right things consistently. All right, so I'm going to briefly review the 3 steps to move the needle. I kind of set them in, so 1, identify the key areas. So begin by pinpointing 5 key areas in your life that you want to see real change. So that may mean physical, it may mean mental. Mental may say, hey, I need to sit down for 30 minutes. every day outside and don't say nothing to nobody. Maybe that's you help, getting some mental clarity. Maybe it's your professional skills. I need to sit down and read a book for 30 minutes on accounting every single day for 30 days because that's going to increase your confidence. That's going to increase your knowledge about who you are as a professional. Maybe your personal relationships. So your personal relationships, maybe, I guess every day I'm gonna say you need to sit down. Every day you need to sit down with whoever it is you want to build that relationship with. Maybe you need to call somebody every day for 30 days. Maybe you need to sit down with your spouse every day for 30 days. I mentioned now it's changed a little bit because we have other ways to do that. But, we had Marriage Monday every Monday where we would sit down, my husband and I, with coffee, outside and talk to each other. Now we work together. And so we have lunch together. We have our breaks together. And so we have that time. But if you are trying to build a better relationship with your spouse, maybe every day you're sitting down at dinner. When my husband's mom was sick, she lived with us for 8 years. We couldn't go on a date. We had to have our dates here. We had to have our movie nights here. We couldn't go to church together. One of us had to go. One of us had to be here. And so we created date nights here at the house. So we had dinner, we had candles, we had the whole situation downstairs. So maybe you have a dinner date every night at home. So what can you do every day for the next 30 days that is going to change the game for you in the area that you want to see changed? So again, I said this book is simple, but it's a lot. If you do it every day, it's kind of fast paced and it'll change. So once you define these areas, the next step is to say, okay, here's the 5 actions that I'm going to do every single day. They have to be specific, they have to be intentional, they have to drive progress, and they should be realistic enough to fit into your daily routine, yet challenging enough to push you beyond your comfort zone. So don't say you're going to go to the gym every day for 30 days if you know your gym is an hour away, or if you know that the gym closes at 7 and you get off work at 6. Yes, you need to work out every day, but don't say you're going to go to the gym if that's hard for you. Or figure out how realistic yet pushing you out of your comfort zone that you can do every single day. Or have an alternative. Hey, I'm going to work out for 30 minutes. So if you don't get to the gym, make sure you're doing something at home. If you don't go to the gym, make sure you're doing a walk. If you don't get to walk, make sure you're getting on the treadmill. But make sure you keep that 30 minutes of activity every single day, and don't make it too hard where it's easy to miss. I'm going to also, I had a thing where I had some tips. Tracking your progress. So in your book, you have 30, you actually have 31. Every day, if you drink your water, check it off. You do your video, check it off. If you do something else, check it off. And you probably can color code it. That would be awesome. So maybe you have a highlighter, and at the end of 30 days, you mark the green with when you actually did it. And maybe, I don't like red because red is kind of triggering. But maybe you can use another color when you did not complete it. And you can look at your overall chart and say, hey, I have to do better at this. I have to do better at that. So that's a good idea if you use your highlighter. I'm gonna write that down. So highlighter. All right, so yeah, so 1, identify what it is you want. 2, define your 5 daily actions. And 3, track your progress. And then every 30 days, you want to adjust. Hey, what do I need to focus on next month? It's Christmas season. It's a holiday season. If you're a business owner, it's Black Friday. It's like a whole lot of stuff going on. I know when my kids were in school, July, August, September were hard months for me because I had 3 kids. You have them in school. You have different grades. You have sports. And it got crazy. And so at some point you have to say, hey, what months are hard for me that are just realistically hard if you have kids? Or maybe I know October My husband's birthday is October, my daughter's birthday is October, then right after that, our anniversary, so when you know those months that are filled with certain things, you want to adjust your calendar accordingly so you don't get overwhelmed. All right. So I created this challenge to be simple, yet impactful. And the best part is so simple, you can do it with your family. And so you want to get your spouse, your teenagers, grab your booklet. It's small. They can put it in their backpack. You guys can have it at the dinner table. Share your goals with each other. Share your activities with each other. See if they complement each other and what can you do together as a family. Like now I know I'm working on my face routine. My daughter can work on her face routine with me. We can buy products together. We can do content together. So figure out how your goals. I feel the accountability part too, that can happen within your own home, not just an accountability group, but getting your spouse involved, getting your kid, get your cousins, your nieces, people outside of your family to do this with you. All right, let's see. All right, so on your screen, you see the QR code where you can get your booklet from Amazon. And if you don't have any questions, anybody have any questions on Instagram? Thank you for joining me, my first real Instagram live. Maybe I'll try to do that again on next Saturday. I just, you guys can't see the screen though, and I feel like I'm talking somewhere else. You guys have any questions for me? I'm proud of everyone. I know everyone is not in the group that's doing the challenge. And I know we have some people who are not, don't want their information, so they don't want to post publicly, but they still are doing the challenge. So I do want to say I'm proud of you, excited for you, excited for the results that you're going to get at the end of this month. If you don't have any questions for me, I'm going to go ahead and end our call. All right, you guys have a great Saturday. I will see you next Saturday at 6:30. And those of you who are in our 1 year success, we will resume our Win the Week in December. So December, we will go back to our Win the Week. That'll be 8 a.m. After this call. All right, you guys have an awesome Saturday.